Namaste friends, welcome to Vedic Astral Science, and today we are back with the part 3 and final video on understanding the sign Aries. After this video we will move to Taurus sign, and if you are watching this video without watching the part 1 and part 2 videos on understanding the sign Aries, then I will recommend you to watch those two videos before watching this video. You can also take screenshots of the slides I share in my videos and read the description part below the video on YouTube so that you can get additional info about the video content in the description part because I keep them updated time to time. Alright friends, now let us begin from where we left in the previous video. So we have already discussed about the special Navangs like Vargottam, Puskara Navangs and Puskara Vag in the sign of Aries in our part 2 video. In this video we will talk about the concept of Gandant. So as you can see in the slide that the first pada of Ashwini Nakshatra, which is Aries Navangs, is a Vargottam and Gandant as well. So does it mean that the entire segment of this 3 degrees and 20 minutes of the Aries Navangs comes under Gandant? Not exactly. It's only the first 48 minutes or 0 degrees to 0 degrees and 48 minutes of Aries or of any fire sign belongs to the Gandant zone. Okay. There are totally three types of Nakshatra Gandam. The first one is Revati Aswini or Pisces Aries Gandant. The second one is Aslesa Magha or Cancer Leo Gandant. And the final one is Jestha Mula or Scorpio Sagittarius Gandant. Here we are discussing the sign Aries. So forget about the other two Gandans for now. We will discuss them in right place. Alright friends, now let us understand what is Gandant. There are many astrologers in the market using these kinds of terminologies to create panic and fear. Half knowledge is always a dangerous thing, so please be aware of those kinds of astrologers. Gandant is nothing but the junction or sandhi between the end portion of a water sign and the beginning portion of a fire sign. To be precise, the last 0 degrees and 48 minutes of a water sign and the initial 0 degrees and 48 minutes of a fire sign belongs to Gandanta Zone. Or as per the context of sign Aries, you can say that from 29 degrees and 12 minutes of Pisces to 0 degrees and 48 minutes of Aries is called Gandanta Zone. Here the nakshatras involved in this particular Gandant are Revati, which signifies termination or finishing, and Aswini, which marks the beginning of anything. Okay. The portion which is color coded in red is representing the boundary or Rashi Sandhi or junction between the sign Pisces and Aries. And you can also see in the slide that the area covers 48 minutes to each side from that Sandhi or junction. Here I must clear one thing that this minute which is assigned to 48, it is not the unit of time measurement. It is the unit of angle measurement. Okay. So it has to do with degrees, minute and second of angular measurement and has nothing to do with hour, minute, second of time measurement. Okay, so now let us understand the Gandanta concept deeply. As mentioned earlier, Gandant is the place where a water sign meets a fire sign. Water and fire are two conflicting energies, or they clash with each other. Either the water is going to extinguish the fire or the fire is going to vaporize the water depending upon their intensity. So through the reaction between fire and water, a hot steam is generated, a transformation takes place, something new is being created. So this zone is a highly transformative and sensitive. Whenever Lagna, Moon or other planets are placed in these Gandanta positions, they bring lot of transformations and intense experience in life. Okay, they give many ups and downs, especially if the native is going through the dasa periods of those planets. Alright friends, now let us talk about the literal interpretation of the word Gandan. The word Gandan is formed through the amalgamation of the words Ganda and Anta. Here Ganda means knot, or which we call ghat in Hindi, and Anta means end or termination, which we call samapti in Hindi. These Gandanta zones hold our karmic knots within them, and a planet or lagna being placed in those zones makes sure that we reap the good results or bad results of our karma depending upon the merit of those karmas or actions, okay, during the dasa period of those planets according to their karakatvas or significations and house placements. So now let us look at the features of this Gandanta points in the life of an individual native. So there will be unraveling of karmic knots and termination of those karmic knots. Okay, there will be many transformations in the life of native. The native will face challenges in leading a life of a normal materialistic human being. Okay, so as far as the materialistic accomplishments are concerned, natives may face some kinds of difficulty. Okay, there will be lots of ups and downs in the life of native, and native also may venture in esoteric or spiritual path. So this last one, which is esoteric and spiritual venture, this one we can consider as a gift or blessing of this Gandanta position. So for any kind of initiation in the spiritual path, role of Gandanta positions cannot be denied. Okay, Gandanta positions provides all the necessary impetus to a native who is aspiring in spiritual path. Now, why these Gandanta positions are conducive for spiritual initiation or spiritual journey? If you see the navans in the Gandanta zones, you will find that the water sign ends with Pisces navans. Okay, all the water sign ends with Pisces navans, and fire signs begin with Aries navans. Pisces is ruled by Jupiter, who represents Jiva. Jupiter is also called a Jiva Karak planet, and the sign Aries is ruled by Mars, who is Deha Karak planet, which represents Deha or this Panchabhautik body. Okay, so we can say that Gandhans are the portions where Jiva is tied to the Deha by our own karmic knots. It also denotes the termination as well as initiation point of the life cycle. We know that Aries is the natural first house of the KPC or Kalpurus chakra, hence represents the self or physical body, birth and ego. Okay, and Pisces is the 12th house of KPC or Kalpurus chakra, which represents liberation, emancipation and loss of ego. Okay, without letting the ego dissolve, we cannot attain moksha or liberation, or we cannot venture into the spiritual directions. Okay friends, now let us see the Nakshatra energies operating in the sign Aries. We have 4 padas or quarters of Aswini Nakshatra, 4 quarters of Bharani, and 1 pada or quarter of Kritika Nakshatra in sign Aries. Okay, and here in this slide you can see these Nakshatra padas along with their respective degrees and navans in tabular format. So Aswini is symbolized by Aswa or horse, Bharani by Joni or vagina, and Kritika by sword and flame. Here we will not go in detailed discussion on these nakshatras. Videos on 27 nakshatras will be shared in future. Here you can understand the Aries energy in a better and deeper way if you can contemplate on the energies of these nakshatras through visualizing their symbols. Okay, and then you can be able to easily relate to their energies. Alright, now let us have a look at the astronomical constellation Aries in the celestial sky. Here you can see that the stars Hamal and Seraton. Other name of these two stars are Alpha and Beta Arietis respectively. These two stars are also known as Aswini or twin horse in Vedic astrology. Hamal and or Alpha Arietis is the brightest star in the constellation of Aries. Apart from that, the 41 Arietis is Bharani Nakshatra, which is at the back or tail portion of the ram. Okay. Here I want to add one point that Aries is classified as a Prishthoday Rashi, and the word Prishthoday literally means something which rises with its back portion. Okay. But it does not mean that the sign Aries rises in the east horizon with the back or hind portion of the constellation. Okay, so if you observe the rising or ascending of the sign Aries, you will notice that the head portion crosses the east horizon first. Okay, so the terminologies like Sirshoday, Prishthoday or Ubhayoday has coded meanings. If you want to know about what they are and the interpretation and application of Sirshoday, Prishthoday and Ubhayoday concept, then you can watch these two videos in my channel, which you can see right now in the screen. There you will get all the necessary info to understand this concept of Sirshoday, Prishthoday and Ubhayoday. Okay, I am not repeating these concepts here in this video. And as far as medical astrology is concerned, I have already uploaded a video on sign Aries in medical astrology 1 year ago. You can watch that video for getting the info about medical astrology. I am not repeating the same here. Alright friends, here we conclude the part 3 of Mesh Rashi or sign Aries. We will be back soon with Taurus part 1 video. Please subscribe the channel and hit the bell button for instant update. Thank you for watching the video till the end. Happy learning and stay fine.